Hi everyone, this is a follow-up video to the last one regarding the Praktica Z360 camera. I've had a bit of use with it on motorbikes, push bikes and various things. Here's a clamp that I bought for just £5.95 from eBay. Pretty good, pretty secure. Clamped to the handlebars on the motorbike with a short selfie stick attached that's possibly 4 inches long. I don't know what that is in centimetres. Please forgive me, I'm old school, I'm knocking on. And here's a video to follow, and all the footage you're going to see on this video is taken with me riding my son's Ducati Monster, as well as riding an e-bike and also being a pillion on the back of my son's motorbike, his Suzuki SV1000. But I didn't know where to start, and you'll see various clips cut into other clips, but from the usage that I've given it over the last 2 weeks, and I've given it quite a bit of use, the battery seems to last for slightly over an hour, and I'm really impressed. I'm impressed to the point, as soon as I can afford to buy another one, I will buy another one. And my DJI Osmo camera that I think is very good, that little action camera that I paid about £300 for, is becoming redundant, and I've only used it about 5 times, so I may consider sticking that on eBay, and then buying some accessories or other bits and bobs for this camera. But the only negative sides I found to it, I did manage to get the app connected. It's called Hi360. It's not that clever, it's not that good, and for the reason that the camera records in 360-degree circle, then it's not a problem. You don't really need to be able to see through a viewfinder to line it up like you would with a small GoPro or DJI's, you know, the action cameras. You don't really need to see where it's pointing, because you can do all that in the editing stage. You can point the camera forwards, backwards. It's just a question really of being clever when you're editing the video, of trying to hide the split line. It's like a little diagonal line. You'll see it there, look, on the handlebars. There's a line going straight through. I could have got rid of that by zooming in a little bit, but you live and learn, and it's all new to me, this 360 editing. But I found it quite simple and also fun, not frustrating. Whereas if I was to get 3 action cameras, or one facing backwards, one facing forwards, it makes the editing a real ball ache. But I'll be quiet, let you listen to the sound of the engine that incidentally isn't taken with the camera. A negative point of the camera is it does pick wind noise up, but that happens with every camera that I've ever tried on a motorbike or a cycle. is all recorded, the sound is actually from the camera, and I've had to turn the recording levels right down as the wind noise is absolutely horrendous. So here's me flying along on a electric e-bike through a housing estate in Praktica Z360, and that young chap there came a bit close to me. Hopefully he won't be involved in some kind of an accident, because he was only about two feet away from me and seemed not to care much. But here's a precarious angle. The lampposts on some parts are slightly curved and in other parts are straight, depending on how I did the editing. But comparing this camera to the Insta360, there's going to be a lot of differences. I can't carry a spare battery in my pocket should this one go flat, but then again you do get just over an hour, and also the camera isn't waterproof, but I'm not the sort to want to go on a little joyride trip on my motorbike or on a cycle when it's throwing it down unless I have to. I'd rather jump in the car like most people. But found the camera an absolute pleasure to use, and some people may never have heard of the brand Praktica, but I had my first Praktica camera, SLR film camera, when I was at the tender age of 18, I think I was, and I've owned about 4 Praktica cameras. I've still got one to this day. There's the welcome centre, the reception at the holiday camp at Praktica Z a couple of weeks ago, and we were fortunate with the weather. It's on the east coast of England, for anybody who doesn't know. 165 to 170 miles from where I live, which is Nuneaton, Warwickshire. I know, someone has to live there. That line I was telling you about, the split line between the two lenses, you can clearly see it here on the speedometer of the bike. It's cutting part of the speedometer out, which is not a problem. I didn't realise till I watched the video after filming and editing how many little boo-boos and mistakes I've made, but that's to be expected. It's only the second time I've used the Insta360 app. But as you'll hear now, a little child making a bit of a noise. The camera does pick up, it's quite sensitive to microphones, 2 microphones in it, quite sensitive to noise. So no problems apart from the wind, which it does pick up when you're cycling or motorcycling. There's the cut-off point, look, by the bottom of the speedo again. I could have edited that out if I'd have realised. I'm almost doing Godspeed here. I think I get up to 25 miles an hour according to the speedo. But it's a funny angle. It looks like I'm looking up to the sky, but I'm not. I'm looking forwards. It's just how low the camera was. But I had it mounted on that bracket you can see next to the right, on a short bracket, a short selfie stick. Well, that's another point to mention. I've seen people do Insta360 reviews, and they've had carbon fibre selfie sticks that cost nearly as much as this actual Praktica camera. And all the way through this video editing, I've not adjusted anything: contrast, brightness, hue, saturation, colour, nothing. It's as it came out the camera. And the sun settled low in the sky there. It gets dark about half an hour after this footage was taken, so it's very contrasty. But I think the camera coped quite well under the circumstances. The next bit of clip you're going to see is me riding pillion on the back of my son's SV1000. Very noisy machine. Loosely called a V-twin, 2 cylinders, the same as the Ducati I was riding earlier in the video. It's actually an L-twin, 90-degree engine. I was holding the selfie stick in my left hand, and at times I was holding on my hand, so I did tell myself to take it easy. It's probably only the 3rd time I've ever been on the back of a bike in the entire life. I've rode hundreds of them. I've owned lots of them, but never actually been on the back of anybody. So in my poor health state that I'm in, on blood thinners and anti-clotting tablets and stuff like that, following my heart attack 4 years ago, it's not something I'd do on a regular basis, to be quite honest. But at the tender age of 57, he's taken me here to his house to pick up a cycle, the e-bike, so I can do a few miles on that while I'm on my holidays when the weather's fine. So I'm on the back anyway, and holding the selfie stick fully extended. I believe the box says 90 centimetres. I don't know what that is in inches. I'll have a rough guess and say it's about, I don't know, 20 inches in my left hand. The selfie stick is just a pull-out thing. You extend it, thin stainless steel one. It got hard work. The fastest my son went, I looked over his shoulder, was 53 miles an hour, and it did get to be hard work. And I think at one point I actually held the bottom of it with 2 hands, but it's done a good job, the software, of cancelling the stick out. If you look in the shadow on the right hand side there, you'll see it's about 3 inches over the top of his helmet. Well, it's not his helmet, I'm wearing his helmet, that's his partner's helmet, a nice pinky coloured one. But yeah, this is the fastest I went on the short journey. It was only about a mile. I think we got up to 53 miles an hour on this section. But yeah, it's an unusual experience going on the back of a bike after riding one for so many years. But hopefully I've given out enough information to encourage anybody who was thinking about buying one of these cameras that they are worth it, because if you look at the reviews on Amazon or eBay, there's very few reviews, and most complain that they can't connect the camera to the app, the downloadable app. But the app is not that clever in the first place, and you don't need to look through your camera viewfinder to see where the camera's pointing in any case, and it's only got limited controls on it, plus and minus EV. No, you can't make that many adjustments, or I didn't seem to be able to the shutter speed or anything. So basically I'll get my selfie stick, put the camera on it, turn it on, press record. There is a mode button which takes you to 3 different modes: camera, video and time-lapse. So if this video has been of any use to you, if you've made it this far through the video, give yourself a pat on the back from me. Thanks for watching. Probably was a bit boring in places, but me skills on editing are not that clever at the moment, but I am slowly improving. Thanks for watching the video, and a thumbs up would be appreciated. Take care all till the next one, which will be the Ducati Monster review. I've not done one yet since I borrowed it off my son. Thanks for watching. Take care.